Hey, good morning, everybody. Good Saturday morning, Sarasota TM. Coming to you from Juno Beach, Florida. I just left the McDonald's and got myself the best cup of coffee I ever drank in my life. I had coffee at the Hampton Inn this morning, and I had eggs and kielbasa, a part of the carnivore diet, and I ran down to get the best cup of coffee I ever had because their coffee is very good. I've always promoted it. However, I've got my good coffee in the car, and now I want to give you guys a video of the Juno Beach area and the Jupiter Inlet area. And it is a gorgeous blue sky day back here in South Florida. I hope you enjoy the videos. Have a good one. Crush it. All right, we just got off of A1A and I'm going down the, I don't know, Ocean Avenue, you maybe want to call it, because the ocean is right on the right-hand side, right up here to the Juno Pier and Juno Beach. One of my subscribers sent me a photo via email last night of his Vespa, and he was sitting right there on that little tiki hut. So the pier is over there. Here's the huge parking lot. But look, remember when I told you the free parking? If you want to go just a little further up here, let me show you something. So you come out of the sea grapes and you go back in them. I'm going to have to get out to show you the ocean. I'll pull over because there's all this parking up here on the right. But look, right after that big parking lot is another. Look how landscaped and green that is and how lush. Pavilions, picnic tables, facilities, everything you could want. And the ocean right here. And if you want to park right here, you can do that. And you got parking like this for about a mile. It'll get more up here after this red light. I'm going to pull over here in a minute and show you the water. Here's some more beach parking, free. Here's some more parallel parking. All right, let's get up here and I'll get out and we'll pull on up a little bit further. Right about here. And we'll walk in that. See, every 40 yards or so, there's steps that goes down to the beach. I'll show you. All right, thanks for joining me on the tour today of the most beautiful part of the country, not just Florida, in my opinion. I'm standing at Juno Beach. The pier is down that way, about a half a mile. I am at just one area of where you can park on the road and come right down and walk down these steps. And you just find your favorite spot. Some of these spots right here have shelves, or racks, I should say, not shelves, where you can put your surfboard or your paddleboard and rinse it off, dog wash, showers for yourself. And a lot of nomads come here too and will park their Class B or whatever along the parallel here and stay all day. And of course you can't stay overnight, but after they, at a certain time of night, they'll move on and come back early in the morning. But let's try my delicious coffee I got. And it's still good and hot and slurpable. That's that McCaffey, baby. And folks, that truly is the best cup of coffee I ever drank in my life. Oh, I'm a happy man. Now let's walk out here and take a look at the water. One of just a few spots I'm going to share with you today. But of all the places you can go, I've never been to Hawaii. I've been to California, I've been up and down Newport Beach, Laguna. It's different in its own right. It really is. I'm not trying to take anything away, but this town here, you get a feeling. And in the wintertime, when there's waves, you can surf here. And what a lot of people do is they'll just come out here in the morning, they'll pull up in their vehicle, and they will actually sit here and just check it and just see where the break is. Do they want to paddle out here? They want to go down a little further. You'll sit here and you got this walkway that goes down right out to the beach. Bring your umbrella. You can zoom in and see the pier down there to the south. And then there's a few clouds out there, but it's burning off, promising to be very warm today. I suppose all this is sea grapes or some kind of foliage that is indigenous to the area here. But every 40 yards or so coming down this road that we just drove, you have this little walkway to have beach access. And you don't have condos just lined on here blocking access, parking, and the view of it. This is what I like. It's never changed since I was 15 years old living here till now, except it's, you know, grown in a lot more houses, but the beach is unspoiled. Now, Jupiter is to the left of your view, on up the inlet that we're going to go to next. It's a state park. It's amazing. And you can see the pier down there where great fishing down there. As we walk out over here, you see the fortunate people that live in condos right across the street here. Of course, you know they're paying, and they're paying big time, but they really have it made. And so many people ride their bikes and enjoy the walks up and down here. Better than getting on a treadmill, I can tell you that. Well, let's head on down to the Jupiter Inlet area while I enjoy my coffee. Well, what you're looking at there is something different now, but that used to be the infamous Burt Reynolds Dinner Theater. And Burt Reynolds and Lonnie Anderson did have a place here in Jupiter, and they, oh my gosh, whatever, I don't even know what that is. Row Green Educational Center. They tore it down and built some monstrosity there. But right up here, we're going to make a right into Du Bois Park and to Jupiter. This guy here wants to pass all the yellows and do about 70 miles an hour in a 30. He must be important. Oh, look. Is he going to turn? Oh, it's a roundabout. Anyway, right here on the left was a Circle K that is now called the Pit Stop. And this is where I would come and get Gatorade after fishing over here. This is a new roundabout they put in. That was Greg Norman's building. Used to have the big shark on it. He sold it years and years ago, but forever it was this business building or something. Now I could have turned left there, but I won't. That's the Du Bois Park. Up here is where I would go fishing every day to the Jupiter Inlet. You're about ready to see some real nice water and amazing scenery. Fishing, swimming, picnicking, everything you can imagine. On Memorial Day, everybody gets a ticket. They don't care because so many people come to this spot. They park illegally on the grass in the double yellow, the white line there. They just pay it. They look at it as a parking fee, I guess, because so many people on special holidays like Labor Day, Memorial Day, come here, and it's got limited parking. Here we are, Jupiter Beach Park. Now, I remember when I lived here during the Gene, Francis, and Wilma hurricanes, I spoke about the other day, I forgot to mention Wilma. This was covered with sand. Over on the right, that parking lot was beach. And then they built up that big berm. They used to be able to just look right over there and see the water right now. And they built that huge berm to prevent, the water and the sand from coming in. And you keep on going down here is to the actual inlet. That's just some beach parking. I used to ride my skateboard. There's a little hill right up here you're going to see, and when cars would leave, if they weren't going any faster than I'm doing right now, I would skate up next to them, grab their rear passenger wheel well, and have them pull me until I got to this little hill you're looking at. Then I would let go, and I would be able to get a good ride down this hill for as long as I could, serpentining back and forth like I was surfing. These are cool parking spots right here because there's actually water on my left. That's part of Du Bois Park. I'll actually have to show you that on the way out. I'll get out. But right here, these restrooms were really old-timey looking, and they built these really nice restroom facilities in the recent years. This parking here, you want to make sure you definitely don't park on a white line. They troll it all the time looking for expired tags and for people improperly parked. So I'm going to pull in right here, make sure I'm inside the parking space, and we're going to walk out to the end of the point and show you. That's the Jupiter Inlet. We'll be right back. All right, I'm looking at Du Bois Park over there. Is water and swimming, lagoons and all that. Boy, we must be at low tide for sure. This fills up with water right here. There's a little bit left right down there, but the water at the high tide will come in to about where that young man is. And there's your infamous Jupiter Lighthouse. There's been more pictures and photos and paintings, and it's just a landmark that anyone in South Florida sees it, knows about it, the Jupiter Lighthouse. And it's just beautiful over there in Du Bois. That's a whole different parking area where barbecues. There's some restaurants on down there at the bridge. It's a restaurant called Square Grouper. It's a nickname. And that's also where It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere was videoed as a music video by Alan Jackson. So this is a cool area right here. You walk along that wall, you can fish. You can fish all up and down, anywhere you choose in the inlet here. Tide, as you can see, is definitely going out. And we're gonna walk out here to where I used to fish all the time. And I'm not believing my eyes. What happened? What is this berm here? Why is this blockage? Oh, I see. It's just more of a berm they've made. And they also put a mat down, I see, that's new. This parking spot right here was actually my parking spot, and I would sit and wait till it became available. I would back in my Toyota truck right here, and I would have a barbecue. I'd cook fish, chicken wings, burgers, whatever I want to do, because I spent all day here. But this berm was not here. This is something they've added a lot of sand. And this mat, like at Siesta Key Beach now, is kind of new, and it's getting covered up with sand. But look how open it is this morning. No one there. And look at this water. Wait till you see this water we get out here. This is where I used to surf, just off the inlet. You want to make sure, off the point, you want to make sure you're away from anybody casting their hooks towards you. But we had to hug in close because that's where the break was. So you come on down here, and I remember them putting this statue in some years later after I moved away. I really don't know what it represents, but they put that in. That is Jupiter Island on that side. That is where Tiger Woods lives, about 5 miles down along the strip, right on the ocean and the intracoastal. This is the main inlet though. Look, there's no bridge, see, to get out. So all these bigger motor yachts and sport fishers and all that, they don't have to worry about, like in Boynton Inlet where there's a bridge there and you can't go under it. There's one big bridge down there that has an opening that opens up. I'll zoom in. See there's a, I hope I'm pointing at it. And in there, in this inlet, is every species of saltwater fish you could possibly hope to catch in the ocean out there. I'm telling you, we've gotten so many big snook in here. And I used to walk out on these rocks, you know, just like this, and just jump from one to one to one. And I would go down in there when the tide was high and the water was clear and it wasn't moving, and pick up tackle like hooks and lead and different things that people would come out here and cast out one time and get hung in those rocks and lose a $10 lure or something. But every day I would come out here with would park back there, and I would have 5-gallon buckets, about 6 fishing rods, cast nets, aerators, all kinds of tackle, and I would catch my bait. I did not bring any dead bait or cut bait. I mean, I have. We would catch our bait. And then throw it out and catch a bigger fish. And I believe that's what this boat is doing out here right now, trying to catch bait. We're going to find out. Let me cross over here. Oh, seaweed. Look how pretty the water is, though. We got a little breeze still, and we had that inclement weather for a few days, so it's still trying to clear up some from the weather. Lots of bait will come in here and hide, and we'll throw our cast net. You got to be good though. You got to throw it over those rocks, then you got to pull it quickly to not get hung up on these rocks, because the lead line will get hung up, and the rocks are in the water too, down on the bottom. So there's like certain spots you'd let the bait swim to, like right over in here, and then you'd actually get over the other side of the rail and stand on one of these rocks to throw. Let's see what's going on out here and what that boat's trying to do. If he's casting a net or he's using a sabiki. A sabiki is a line of hooks that have like 6 hooks on it, and they cast it out there and catch bait. They look like they're just actually fishing. He's not jerking the rod, he's not trying to collect bait or anything, he's just kind of fishing, it looks like. This is where I would really jump in at. This is where we surfed right here. And this is where I would jump in at high tide and swim around this area here for the tackle and everything. Oh, we got one right here. Here's a guy bringing one in. That's cool. Let's see what he's got.
Keep them, right? I'm here for fun. So.
Nice catch.
Yeah. Looks good.
I think that's a croaker?
Perch.
A perch.
Sun perch.
A little smaller and you catch a big snook, huh? Or you can throw him out and catch a really big snook.
No, I'm just here
Yeah.
for the fun.
That's fine. Oh, that was fun.
That's for you. I'm here for
Oh,
the fun.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just
Thank you.
Just for the fun.
Thank you, sir. Have more fun.
Yeah, because you're not having much fun yourself. That's your first fun. What are you using for bait?
I'm using live shrimp.
Live shrimp? You got some dead shrimp?
Oh, just red shrimp. They go for
Okay.
it. Yeah.
They hit it either way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I tore up some last night myself. Felt like I was a fish. Well, that was cool.
Yeah, very nice.
And you're using a leadless line. No, you got a little lead on there. Okay.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I got to go
Yeah, you gotta have lead to get it out there.
to the bottom.
Fortunately, the tide's going out, so it's not putting you back in the rocks there. So you can see the color line, folks, where the tide is going out. That's a darker brackish water, or the water from the intracoastal, and it's coming out. And then you got the line right here. Now, a lot of times, a big fish will hang right in the color line. If you cast right into that, that might be why these guys are fishing there. A lot of the predator fish will kind of hide in there and look for the bait and that's always a good area to catch fish. There's all kinds of different little secrets, things you can try to catch fish. Comes a small boat. You can see the ocean's not too bad today, so smaller boats are able to come in and out. And again, over here, I don't see any bait. Now, when you see bait, small fish, like a minnow might give you a better idea what I'm talking about. Schools of just thousands of fish, and they just move. And they stay all together to, safety. And you can either throw let's say a little line out there with like 6 hooks on it. They're tiny little hooks. And they just bite the hook because it's gold and shiny. And then you bring them in, and then you put them in that a bucket like this gentleman has here. He's got one of these aerators right here to keep his bait alive. This thing is a battery operated. It's throwing oxygen down in the tank for him.
Aerator.
And see, that's how it works right there. There's a nice boat blasting out there. Wow. Oh, a manatee's here? Oh, look. I thought that I saw something in the water. Did they surface? Okay. 2 manatee, folks. Anyway, yeah, you don't ever want to try to jump in after someone unless it's the only thing you can do, because they will take you down too. So that's nice that they put that out there. So in that, on the bottom there, I'm being told there's a manatee, but there's 2 of them, but they're not surfacing. They're just sort of sitting there. Of course, they can stay below quite a while. It's interesting how they're just sitting there. Ah, I see the nose come up. Just peeking there. Let me zoom in for you, see if you can see. There's a little shadow in the water there. A lot of times they just swim around right through here. Yeah, the Florida manatee, the sea cows. Very protected here. Man, this is like being home again, folks. I mean, hanging out with my buddies, the same people every day. The business I told you I had for 33 years, I'd go out for a couple of hours and earn. Like I say, I was pretty good at it. I'd make myself a pocket full of hundreds, and then I would grab the Tacoma, jump in my board shorts like I'm wearing right now, and lather up the sunscreen and just get on out here with everybody else. There would be so many people out here casting the rods, and everybody knew what they were doing, that when you got ready to cast, like the gentleman did right there, we would holler out as a warning, going out, just so that somebody doesn't walk into a hook. Or somebody would be a smart aleck and say, duck or bleed. Yeah, these sea cows are just staying below there. They don't want to come up, they're just sitting there, which is unusual for me. I've always seen them move around. But these are 2 baby sea cows. Oh, the guy got him a bite, and then I guess he stole his bait. Yeah, so looking on down there, I'll zoom in for you. That's Jupiter Island. Very exquisite, exclusive real estate. Very good fishing if you have a boat to anchor or drift somewhere around the point on the other side over there. Known for snook. Snook are a protected fish that you can only catch with a certain license and a certain time of the year. They have to be a certain size, over and under. It's called a slot. And, I don't know why they do that, because, to be honest with you, when you snorkel in the inlet over there and you look, they're just stacked on one another. I think I saw another manatee, a sea cow, swimming moments ago, a small one. May have been one of those that left. Saw a little shadow around there. Well, that one's really getting close to the beach, huh? Do you know what a manatee is? It's a big, oh, there it is. That is one. Right over here. A little shadow you see right there. Come on up. I really can't see the screen of my phone because the screen's getting dark from the heat and I can't see anyway. But that's definitely a manatee right there. There it is, coming up, coming up. Come on up. Oh, there it is, there's the nose, getting a little air. See it? I think they're a little shyer than the big mommies and daddies. They get to be huge. And they're a slow-moving, plant-eating, gentle, harmless creature. All right, well, that's going to wrap up this video for the Jupiter Inlet. We're going to maybe walk over towards the Du Bois area and show you a little over there. We came in from that condo there along that row where I used to skateboard on down and then to the main parking lot here. And then you can just grab your stuff, walk down and fish. Oh, look at this, just in time. Just in time, the man's got one. Here he comes. Ah, you got the same fish.
Yeah, same size.
Yeah, nice one.
Yours is still bigger.
Oh, that's a nice looking little fish. Very healthy.
Yep. They vary, exactly.
Very cool.
We're going to be eating white meat tonight.
Yeah. Nice and non-fishy tasting, flaky, delicious meat.
Got it. I'll do it on the grill.
Oh, cool.
Get a cookie sheet, put tinfoil on it, butter it, garlic it, chop up mushrooms, everything, butter it, the hell out of it, and put it on the grill.
What time's dinner? I'll be over. Well, enjoy that.
It's going to be a good meal tonight.
Good luck, everybody. Catch them up. Okay, here's a guy with a cast net. He's looking for bait. You can walk along the beach and do it. I've done that as well. And if you're real gentle about walking out there and not scaring them away, they like to hide underneath the seaweed. See, the fish are always hiding. Let's see what kind of a spread we can get. He might be just throwing in the blind. Looks like he moved the sea cow away. He's looking. See, he's got the lead line in his mouth, and he's got the net all ready to go to throw at a moment's notice when he sees some bait. And that must be his equipment up there on the beach. He's trying to get him some bait so he can fish. Oh, we got us a drifter here in a pontoon boat. Now they know better than to go any further than this because those boats are not meant for the ocean. They're a pontoon, but it looks like a little bit of a tour model. And they literally let the boat drift. That's a flat bottom boat. That's why he's bouncing quite a bit. But that was great to see a couple of fish caught while we're out here. Oh, I missed the kid throwing. Let's see if he got anything. Let me zoom in. Now this is how he sets his net up. He opens it up. Nothing in there. He didn't get anything. Yeah, this is, sorry to go on and on about it, but this is taking me back. I mean, every single day I was here for probably 3 years. That's a Century boat. And this is a very tiny sport fish. But that's a diesel nonetheless, and a sport fisher. Charter boat. Boy, it's nice to see the blue sky again. Yeah, when that tide stops, either low or high, and you can fish off the side here. Otherwise, when the tide is moving, it's almost impossible to fish here without using an anchor for lead, because your line just gets pulled. But when it can rest, there is fish in here. Otherwise, you do have to stay concentrating out on the point or around these little coves over here where your lead doesn't get dragged into the rocks. Let's walk over to Du Bois now. All right, another little story for you. When I had my longboard, is people would leave the parking lot right here, and I would hang at that stop sign with my skateboard, and they would stop, and they'd be looking, so they couldn't really see me. And then I would sneak up and I would grab the wheel well of the passenger rear part of the car. Now, other people that were getting ready to leave saw me doing it over and over and over. They probably knew I was going to do it to their car too, so they didn't care. Anyway, I would hold on, and I'd be down low, and I would let them get me all the way up to the top of this hill here, and then they would pull me a little further because it starts going downhill, and I would just let go. And they would start to gas it and go a little faster than I wanted to be pulled. And then I would be able to go all the way down that hill and get a nice ride. So that way I didn't have to pull myself or kick it up this hill. And it was just something I was doing. I'm telling you, in those days, between swimming in that inlet, fishing, throwing cast nets, surfing, and skateboarding, I was ripped. I was tan. I was much blonder. I mean, yeah, those were the days, right? Now look at me. We got a little anchor here. Looks like a real one that it was rusting away. They must have found it below the, on the bottom, and just kind of coated it. So right up here is Du Bois. I never spent too much time over here, but I've been over here. It's kind of a family area. I'll show you. It's beautiful. Girls walking the rocks over there. Be careful. They're grabbing some photos. We're only able to get up there right now because of the low tide. So right here is look at this lagoon. You're not going to believe it. It's really amazing how beautiful this is. So there's a big parking lot back there in the background, and you come down here on the beach, or you can park behind me there and walk over here, whatever you want to do. And what do you see? We'll get over here to the bridge and I'll show you around. And look at all that little cove area over there, the lady floating. Let me stop and zoom in. Floating out there. You can snorkel around and swim. And see, the boats don't come anywhere near you here, so you have this protected barrier. And you just snorkel around. See, the water right now is kind of brown. When that tide comes in and it's high tide, this is going to be like a swimming pool. It's going to be beautiful, blue, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then this will fill up. The sandbags won't be exposed. The water will be very clear. And you can see, look at all that. And it goes all the way back in there. I used to go back in there and take my cast net and find finger mullet and catch finger mullet bait when they were running. kiddie playground thing over there. There is a lifeguard flying a yellow flag today. There's the homes along, Jupiter Island on the intracoastal. And that's a great water spot versus the ocean because you've got something to look at all the time. Look at these new builds. I guess they were tear downs and they're building their own over there. A couple of real old ones from the day. Someone would love to buy. There's another one right over there. Sell it to us so we can tear it down and build a McMansion. This barge down here is floating to build something they're going to do. Not sure what. But Du Bois Park, which is on the other side of the bridge here, is this, there's a Du Bois house. You can see the roof of it right there. It's a historic house from, I don't know, 1900s or something. And they've kept it there. It's kind of like a center point. You can drive around it and see it. I wish it was, high tide. You can see how pretty the water is when it's clear and nice. So we're going to head on back now to the car. It's starting to warm up. I told you today it was going to be 100 degrees. The humidity, I'm sweating. I'm probably going to get in the water. Maybe down there at Juno or some other beach. But I would not come and visit the east coast of Florida in Palm Beach County without coming up here and revisiting my old stomping grounds when I was really crushing it. I mean, really crushing it. Surfing and fishing and no regrets. Living the Florida boy life. Crush it.